All right, everybody. So we're back at it again. The 2022 Sportster. And today, I think I'm going to do a little bit of a clutch adjustment. Not really sure. I'm getting ready to take this derby cover off, and I did a little walk around. I did some research, and I got some play, but I'm thinking it's too tight. I saw a video, and the guy says you should be able to pull this out about 1/8 of an inch. So maybe all I have to do is adjust that. But I already had it in my mind. I got the bike up on the stand. I got one of them little stand things. You want to have it level when you take that derby cover off, or oil will pour out. Keeping it level, you can take it off without doing anything with the oil or whatever. So, and it shouldn't be too bad a job. In Harley's wisdom again, this rider peg has to come off for that bolt right back there. There's no other way around it. Fortunately, it'll be a lot easier. If you saw my last video, I took the right side one off, and it required an exhaust, cap removal and everything. Not fun. I did put bars on, and I have adjusted this a little bit, and maybe I'm just too tight everywhere, but you know what? I'm gonna go for it. Hopefully this comes off pretty easy. I guess you slide this up. You got to take this guy off right here. It's just a little snap ring, but yeah, I'll take that off. I'll show you guys what I'm doing. I'm gonna do a quick video. You know me, my videos are more like for entertainment or whatever. They're not a step-by-step, but I'll do my best to show you what I do and check out that clutch and how you adjust it. Super simple, so we'll go from there. Alrighty, so I loosened this up. I took it all the way to the top, and then this piece went all the way to the top. So I take them all the way up, and now I am just loosey as goosey up there, and I guess that's what you got to do. And that's what they say, so we'll go from there. So I broke these free. They're under a pretty good amount of torque. I got the spec on these. It's 55 pounds or something. The craziest thing about Harley is that every one of their torque specs has a range. And my advice is to go to the lower end of that range. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but I just think that hitting that top end of that range, you're going to be in trouble. Ooh boy, the key's in it. I'm going to take that out. They say to pull a fuse anytime you work on anything to, hopefully not cause a startup while you're under dismantling, but I don't know. You start pretty hard. I don't think it's going to start up. But alrighty, these guys right here, they're T27s. I saw a guy where he goes, oh, the T25 works perfect, and then he ended up rounding a couple of these out. It fits in tight, but it's a T27. So just to let you guys know. Now, I don't know what 11 Newton meters is, but it's like between 84 and 100 inch pounds. Not foot pounds, inch pounds. I'll tell you what, and there's little gaskets on there. Boy, don't lose this. I'm getting a metal dish. Let me check this camera, make sure I'm focused correctly. Alrighty, yeah, and there's little tiny, boy, they're just like paper washer-like things. Yeah, don't lose those mothers. Oh boy. Yeah. I don't know if you can hear the cicadas going on out there. They're having a hell of a year. They love it. So now when you take this out, be very ginger. Take it out. Good, my spring didn't boing. Everything looks good in there. Let's see, let me get a flashlight, because the way that level doesn't look very, I can't see it. There's the edge of the clutch basket, and your oil should just be touching that. It looks good. Everything looks nice and clean. The bike is 2,500 miles, not even, it's like 24 or some craziness. Not a lot. And I'm probably doing this all in vain, but it's so easy to do. It's like you're nutty. I had the tools out, I was ready to go. I really think my problem was the tension that I did on that. From moving the bars and moving everything, I tightened it up. And that's when I noticed the clutch is working fine. It's just I cannot find neutral to save my life. Another critical factor is this O-ring. That's the one they say to replace. Well, you want to make sure it stays in there. If you buckle this when you're putting the cover back on or cause an imperfection there. Lake City, boys. Now, I don't know what they put in there. I'm really having a tough time figuring out what I want to put in there when I do my oil change. Sportsters share the same fluid as the transmission, which is inside there, it's all like one deal. The engine is different, so you know I'm gonna put some decent, maybe even Screaming Eagle oil in that. But this, I'm really trying to figure out what's the best for that, to quiet it, declunk it. You want to talk about a deep dive into the internet, man? People talk shit all day long about oils, and probably half of it's wrong. Dun dun dun, didn't let you down. I gotta tell you, in every one of my videos, for some reason or another, no matter what I do, I need this really small, and this is a vintage one, made in the USA, extremely strong for a tiny screwdriver. If you can find these in an estate sale, the new ones are crap. Try to find one of these. It's everything from switchblade covers to freaking oil change. I use it for everything. So now this little gizmo right here just pops right off there. And if you can see, hopefully I'm getting this right, it's flat and it's flat. That little dot, I don't know if that means anything or if that's of any importance at all, but this right here is flat and there's flats on here. So putting this back in, you really have no choice but to put it in right. You can't put it in any other way but right. And when you do this adjustment, after you've felt the tension, you turn it back a quarter turn. They say if you have to move this at all to get it in, you know, obviously there may be a small little bit of a movement you might have to do. Move it out a little more. Don't tighten it back in. It'd be nice to be just dead nuts on, but sometimes you got to wiggle this just a little bit. But edge towards the side of going out. This is super simple. I mean, have you ever had to adjust a clutch that's this easy to do? Well, I'm guessing right there. I mean, I guess that's what they're talking about, right when you feel tension. Right about there. So a quarter turn would be about there. I'm going with it. And there it is. That's all you do. And then whip it all back together again. So, alrighty. This stuff, the PB Blaster Industrial Strength Silicone Lubricant. It's also like a, I don't know. I guess it does have some penetrating factors to it, but I personally just like using silicons. They make me happy. So just put the ever littlest bit on there. No biggie. Now there's no gasket on here or here because the gasketing takes place on the inside here. So really right here, so if oil gets past this, it's going to drip right out pretty much. And then obviously this little indent here is going to go on to this casting, you know, side cover here. And then just make sure you don't jar that spring out of place and try to go straight in. I guess you know you got it because you'll feel a little tension. For those of you panicking out there in the internet world, I am just laying them in there. I guess that's right. It's going in smooth. Smooth. Alright, so I'm just going around and round. Round and round. Oh, I can't sing. They demonetize your video if there's any inkling of a copyrighted freaking deal. I don't make money on any video I've ever done. Don't laugh, but I'm going to use a torque wrench. 84 to 108. What kind of a range is that? My God, Harley. All right, Doobie, back on, kids. Now, if I was working shop time, I'd be working faster. And with someone else's bike, I'd probably be working faster. But I'm in no rush today, and that's why I'm just taking my time. Alrighty. I hope everything's good in there. Real simple tools. A 9/16 and a 1/2. I think this is the half. Yeah, so let's see if I can screw that back down. For a Honda, that's where I'd have it, but I think these Harleys like to be looser. So I guess that's it. Guess that's it, peeps. You could fuck with that all day long. I think I might leave this down for a little while. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave that down, peeps. Put this rubber back in. Somewhere wherever it goes. Loctite on there. Yeah, these are the same way as my other side. It's like a cutting bit. Self-tapping. Yikes. Into your frame? That don't make no sense. Always a lot of crap around. I don't know if it's because of this extension, but I ain't getting it to click. Good enough. These cheap hardware freighters. Good enough. I'll check it. I'll keep my eye on that. Alrighty. Alrighty. I'm gonna see if I can get it off that stand by myself. It's really hard. It's like you gotta tuck it under there. These Sportsters don't have a lot of clearance. So, otherwise, that was it, folks. Pretty easy. I hope it. So I was getting a little bit of a lunge at start out, just a teeny amount, and I couldn't find neutral. So a couple of the suggestions was recheck your clutch adjustment. So that's what I did. All right, Rich, MS6 125 signing off.